Hi, good morning. What was the most difficult part of your journey to become a professional soccer player?
The most difficult part. I didn't really have many difficult parts. I always stayed positive as much as possible. If I didn't make it in the national team camp or I was cycled out, one of those times, I just made sure I put myself into practice and I'm like, you know what? I don't really need it. I can be myself. I can train as hard as I need to be because I know in the future I'm going to be taken care of. I'm going to be somewhere. And look at me now. Here I am. I got cycled out many times for the U.S. national team, and I just didn't let that discourage me because I knew my value. I knew who I was as a person, and I knew my time would come. So I just kept practicing on what I knew I was good at and also adding to my game by watching, other pro players, the men's side, the women's side, and looking at their little, their foot skills, their moves. And I'm going to say, hey, I'm going to take that and I'm going to learn it and I'm going to go practice it myself so then I can add to my game. And then next time, maybe the national team's like, oh, wow, she's improving. She's not discouraged, she's doing what she needs to do. And that's what ended up happening. I'm sitting in the future and here I am. It's kind of cool. It's insane. But here I am.
So maybe a last one.
Thank you.
Ashley Betham. Don't know if you hear us. Ashley, I see you're raising the hand. Maybe Jesslyn Guerrero.
Good morning. Are there any short-term goals you'd like to accomplish in the next few months?
Next few months, wow. I know one of my goals is scoring my first professional goal. That's a huge one for me. Hopefully that will come true. But that also takes a lot of work on the field because you have to be in the right spot in the right moment. But that's one of my goals. And I guess another one is just being me on the field and doing what I know I can do and staying true to myself and not bending to another way, another person as who I am, and just stay true to who I am on the field. That's another goal of mine.
Okay, so thank you everybody. I think we'll have to let Corbin go, so you can thank her for her time, and she's very happy to answer your question and to give you like a piece of advice.
Yeah. If you have any more questions, just text me on Instagram. I'm always there.
I think I'm late for school.
What'd you say?
I think she's going to school.
Oh, you're going to
I'm
school.
late.
Oh no! Go to school.
Can maybe
That's
write
very
her some
important.
for the
Yeah.
teacher.
I'll write you a note. Got you.
So thank you very much.
Bye, everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning.
What is your daily routine?
My daily routine. Well, it depends. I could break down like a game day routine. So depending on what time you play, say we play in the evening, we'll have a couple meetings during the day. We'll go for a team walk. We'll have meals. It's really important to carb load. And for me personally, everyone has their individual processes. So I like to take a nap, listen to music, get pumped up before the game. And then once we're on the bus heading to the stadium, I like to be very calm, visualize myself on the field, visualize myself doing like good positive things, connecting my passes, getting crosses in, defending well, and yeah, but it can be very different for different players. So I think it's important for all of you to establish a routine that works for you and that gets you the best prepared once your game comes around.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So maybe Sharissa Hutchinson, you can have the next one.
Good morning. I was wondering how you got into PSG.
Good question. So I actually went to university in America. I
I went to West Virginia University for 4 years. And I also play for my national team. I play for Canada. So I was playing against France in 2016. This was before the Olympics. And there was a coach in the watching the game because France was playing. And so that's where I got, I guess, recruited. And they were in contact with me. And so I had one more semester left in my university, but I left to come play for PSG. So once I saw that opportunity, I was so happy. I've always wanted to play in Europe. And yeah, so it started with the coach at the time wanting to recruit me.
So,
Thank you.
Jennifer, do you have a question?
What position?
I play defense. I'm a fullback.
Okay, and maybe the last one for Michaela. I can see that she really wants to have the question. So go on.
Hi, I'm from Canada too, and I was wondering what are 3 important skills a soccer player should have?
Hi, what part of Canada are you from?
BC, British Columbia.
Cool. And to answer your question, 3 skills that are important. It's really cool because every player I can really offer different skills and add to the team because, of course, soccer is a team sport. I would say definitely having a good cardio. It's something that we kind of look past because in order to perform well, you have to be fit. And I know as players, it's not always the most fun thing to do when you have to run or even lifting. So yeah, being really fit, that'll help you on the field. Second thing is your technical ability. So being comfortable on the ball, your first touch, your passing, all those things. It requires a lot of training, a lot of repetition. But yeah, your technical ability. And then third thing is just your vision and awareness. So depending on your position, especially in the midfield, having the ability to play fast, to evade pressure. You see the best in the world. They're able to do that. And midfield, having a good midfield helps you win games and win competitions.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So we will let Ashley go now, so you can everybody can say a big thank you and goodbye to Ashley.
Don't be shy.
Yeah, Elena, go on, Elena.
Hi, I have a question. What is your favorite food to eat before a game, nutrition-wise?
So for me personally, I like to eat a lot of carbs for a game. So usually I do eat pasta before a game because that's what gives me energy. Yeah.
Thank you.
So like 2 at the time. Yeah, we're very lucky to have 2 players now. So who wants to have the next one, like Wendy?
So I think a lot of our older girls would be interested. What makes a successful offensive player, and what support do you get from your team to help you succeed?
So the question was, what support do you get, or what support do you need as an offensive player, right? Did I understand right?
Correct.
Okay. Well, for me personally, I can tell you what helps me. So I do analyze all my games I play. I like to rewatch all the actions I had. I actually like to rewatch the whole game to analyze what I could have done better in some situation, and obviously also look at what I've done good, and then obviously train on stuff that I think I should get better at. That's what helps me personally. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I have the same answer. It's a great answer.
So maybe Melissa, next one.
Hi, I'm actually Coach Melissa. I coach the U16 girls. And I was wondering if you've ever come back from a major injury, because now that the girls are bigger and stronger, they're taking bigger hits and getting hurt. So how do you come back from major injuries and keeping your mind right to come back?
Tough one, but
Yeah.
important one. So
Yeah, it's an important one. Yeah. Well, I mean, for me, it's all about, injuries are part of the game, sadly. So you just have to know that things like that can happen. But I think during periods where you are injured, it's important to believe that you're able to come back and believe in the people you have around you that help you coming back, that help you with the trainings and everything. And it's basically all about discipline and working your ass off to be able to come back and do what you want to do again. But it's not always easy. I mean, you will have days where you feel down and where you don't really can find the belief to be able to do it, but you have to keep working hard, and it's anything is possible if you believe in it.
Thank you.
So maybe Michaela, I know I can see you. Can ask the last one.
What goal did you set yourself? What goal did you set for yourself at 13 years old? Did you want to become pro at 13?
Yeah, for me, my older brother played professionally, so I want to aim as high as him. So yeah, and the dream came true.
Okay, so thank you, girls. I think we have to let them go, so you can say a big thank you and goodbye.
Bye, guys.
Thank you very much.
Take care.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Next player is French, so I'm gonna do the traduction. There is no problem.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Grace Guerreau, je joue milieu de terrain au Paris Saint-Germain.
So this is Grace Guilleros. She's midfielder at PSG. So t'as commencé dans quel club par exemple?
À côté de Paris, à Orléans.
So she's a Paris native. She starts in Orléans next to Paris. So she's originally from Paris and so now a player of PSG. So maybe you can raise your hand in the software and I'm gonna tell you. So maybe Ashley, I know you're raising your hand and you wanted to ask Corbin, but maybe you have a question?
Do you ever get nervous during a game?
Est-ce que ça t'arrive d'être nerveuse pendant un match, d'avoir le trac?
Oui, bien sûr, forcément, quand il y a des matchs à haute intensité ou des matchs importants, voilà, il y a une bonne pression, mais on essaie de rester concentré, de donner le maximum.
Yeah, so it happens a lot. There is a lot of pressure when you're a football player for important games, high intensity games, but she tried to stay focused on the game and on what she has to do. So maybe the next one, Paul Turner. Davondria Martin.
Hi, good morning. Do you have a special routine or superstition before you play a big game?
Est-ce que tu as une superstition avant un gros match, un rituel que tu fais?
Non.
No? No. So she don't have any superstition or things that she do before every game. So she's focused and do what she knows.
Okay, thank you.
Who wants to do the next one? You can turn on your mic and ask a question. Yeah, go on. Rory start.
Do you have a favorite memory of playing soccer?
C'est quoi ton plus grand souvenir de football en tant que joueuse?
En tant que joueuse, je dirais mon triplé quand même à l'Euro. Cet été, l'été dernier, pardon.
So her best memory is when she scored a hat-trick at the Euro last summer. So it's the best memory of her playing football. Right. With France, the French national team. So who wants to have maybe the last one? Ivy?
When did you start soccer as your career?
Quand est-ce que à quel âge t'as commencé le foot?
8 ans, en club.
So she started to playing in a club at 8. So I think we're gonna let Grace go because she have a lot of things to do. So you can thank her very much, waving the hand, and thank you very much.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Merci beaucoup. They are from the US, so I think it will be easy.
Hey guys, I'm Bara. I'm a goalkeeper from PSG.
So, hello everybody. So it's one of the keepers from PSG, so Barbara. So maybe I know that the one who is in the account of Paul Turner, you wanted to ask the first question. You can ask it directly in English.
Yeah, my English is decent, so you can ask me whatever you want.
Yeah, maybe better than mine. So.
What encouraged you to play soccer, or how long have you played soccer for?
What's encouraged you?
I played maybe since I was like 7 or 6 years old. Ever since I was a little kid, I played football with the boys in our small town in Czech Republic, where I come from. And then what kept me courage, you said, right? I don't know, just the motivation to be better and to achieve big things, but it wasn't always easy to stay on the path because sometimes it's difficult mentally, physically, everything. But yeah, when you have some goals, then yeah, when you see it there.
So maybe Rory, you can have the next one.
What made you want to become a goalkeeper, and also, how do you prepare yourself before big games?
So, I don't know if I decided to be a goalkeeper, or I did. I just liked it better. I started goalkeeping when I was 11 or 10. I just liked much more to be in the goal than to be running in the pitch. And how do I prepare myself? I don't know, I've been in this flow since ever I can remember, but how do I prepare myself? I have some routines for big games. I listen to music to get kind of chilled and focused on the game and on my performance. Of course, sometimes it's like nerve-wracking when it's a big game and you have full stadium, and it's kind of new for us now as women's football is growing, so the conditions all around are kind of new, so you have to adapt. But even the people and the full stadiums, it's like a new challenge, and it's amazing. But you also have to get used to it, kind of, because you can feel the pressure, like the good pressure. But it's another thing that kind of can, I don't know how to say this, disfocus you, whatever. But my routine is simple. I listen to music and I'm trying to be focused on my performance.
So I don't know who's behind the account called MRubalk15, but you can have the next one if you hear me. Don't know if you, yeah. Go.
Well, there's some good defense skills that we can learn at this age, at 10.
Yeah.
Good defense to learn.
Yeah, so maybe how you talk to the defenders during the game?
I'm thinking, are you a defender? Okay. I think very important is to be talking with your teammates and just coaching each other. I found it really, really important because you can support yourself, you can help each other a lot just with words, and then the skills is another technical thing. But I would say talking, communication on the pitch.
So you can say thank you and goodbye to Barbara because she has to go to other workshops. So you can say bye.
Bye guys.
Thank you very much.
Good luck. Bon courage.
Yeah. American, yeah.
How do you guys stay motivated
stay motivated during games when they aren't going your way?
Oh, that's a good one. I think it's because football is such a team sport, you know. If I'm not playing a good game, I want to make sure that at least I work hard, so I help my teammates, you know. So one of my favorite things about football is that every game has a different player who is the best, you know. So sometimes it's you, but sometimes it's someone else. And then I just want to work for the other person so they can do what they're good at.
So maybe Sharissa for the next one.
Good morning.
Hi.
What is it like to play for PSG? Like, what do you like most about playing for them?
Oh, I mean, it's an amazing club. Like, I always follow them. Like, yeah, it's an amazing feeling. In a great city, great people. Yeah, what can I say more about it? Like, there's so many good players here. It's crazy. The level is high. So it's so interesting to be here. Yeah, we have a really good team. So hopefully we can win some trophies this season. That's the biggest goal.
Thank you.
Jennifer for the next one.
What during your career did you decide you wanted to go from?
Oh, I can't hear you.
Yeah, maybe can you repeat?
What in your career did you decide you wanted to go from?
To go abroad? Abroad? We were both really young. Yeah. We actually played together abroad for the first time when I was 15. Yeah. And she was 17. So we were both very young. But I think we both made the decision because at that time the level in Holland wasn't good enough. So we wanted to play on the highest level as possible, and we both went to Germany at the time, so we played together. So we've known each other so long, long time.
So Michaela, the next one, I can see that you really want to.
What do you do to stay in shape in the off season? Like, what type of training do you do?
Oh, I actually do different kind of training, but I like to boxing. I think it's really nice. Also, if it's good weather, like running at the beach, I like to do that. Sometimes I join my boyfriend to do CrossFit. That's really hard. So, yeah, those things, a little bit of mix of everything.
Okay, thank you.
And maybe one for Elena. And the next one for Steve. Steve accounts, I don't know what your name is. Elena and then Steve.
Hi, my question is, when you were like around 13, how many hours of training did you do on your own in a week? Approximately.
I actually trained a lot when I was 13 because I did a lot when I was younger, and it kind of went down from when I got older. Because I just think it's very good to, when you're a kid, you have all this energy, you have all this space in your life, kind of, to fill with hours of training. So I trained 4 times a week with my team, with the boys team. And then normally I did 1 or 2 sessions with my dad on my own. So I was basically playing every day, I think. Yeah, same for her. I think we were around the same age. Yeah, like always when I came back from school, like sometimes if someone didn't want to play with me, like I had my football, you know, and I just played with myself with a wall, or like practicing my touching with left, right, and making my technical skills better.
Okay, thank you.
So and the last one.
Good morning. My name is Paisley, and how do you recover from a rough game or an injury?
Oh, you know, a rough game actually for me is taking longer and longer the older I get. But normally it takes me about 2 days, and we do everything to recover as fast as possible. So normally the day after we go in a ice bath, which I hate with my life. And after we do sauna, massage, we go on the bike a little bit to get the muscles loose. So that's normally a bit what we do after a game. But it depends. If we have Champions League, for example, the turnover of the games is so fast, so we don't have 2 days to recover, so you go kind of straight on. So it really depends how busy the league is. And from an injury, it really depends on what you need at that time. So sometimes with an injury, it's full rest. Sometimes we try to train the muscles around the injury so that you come back stronger.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So we're gonna have to stop there. You can say a big thank you and goodbye to Lika and Jackie.
Bye, guys.
Bye bye. Thanks for the questions.
Thank you. Bye bye. Bye.
Thank you so much.
Sure. Hi, my name's Shale, and my question is: any tips on making your mental game stronger, such as like confidence, focus, discipline, etc.?
That's a good question. I think it's very individual from player to player what works, but just to maybe try to believe in yourself and like take the feedback from coaches as a development point and not a critique. Keep doing things that makes you happy. Like sometimes football can be hard, but some things outside of football maybe makes you happy. So like find a good balance between the serious part of football and also having fun.
Thank you.
So maybe race side, Pidwe and Beski, you can have the next one.
Do you feel that watching your previous game is important to improve?
Do you think that watching your previous game is important, like for preparation?
Yeah, I think it's a really good idea to watch the game and like evaluate on things you did good and things you maybe could do better, because maybe you see something and you're like, oh, I could have played it here or I could have shot here. So I think it's a good idea to evaluate and also look at the good things.
So who wants to have the last question? You can just turn on the mic and ask, like Catherine, go on.
Hi. Who is one person you would look up to as a kid that you would want to be better?
Can you repeat the question, please?
Huh?
Can you repeat the question? We don't get it.
So when you were a kid, was there a player that you would want to be better than?
Maybe you can turn off the mic, yeah.
I don't know if I had someone I wanted to be better than, but like,
idol?
Yeah, I think, like, I don't know if you know Pernille Harder, but she was like one of the best football players in the world. But also like Messi and Ronaldo, I think it's good inspiration also. But I didn't focus that much about idols actually. I was just like having fun playing football.
Okay, so thank you, Ral. We're going to let Anali go so you can say a big thank you and goodbye.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.